You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, it's Deja Vu. Welcome everybody to episode number 446 of the Better Heroes Podcast. I am your host, Daniel, and alongside me, as always, the KBD. How are you doing, sir?
So I want to blame Tommy Two-Time for doing a live watch along for this game. Because of them, we lost. Because of them, we lost. They gave us the heebie-jeebies. And it's over.
I don't know about it being over, but look, let me put it very plain and simple for you. Usually when a bad team beats a good team, the saying is, well,
this is why we're bad.
9 times out of 10, that team won't beat that team, right? That's what you say when a bad team beats a good team. You say, well, 9 times out of 10, that won't happen. Well, guess what? This is the 10th time. Literally, this is the 10th time that we played Nashville since Messi arrived, and it took them 10 tries to finally get a win. It's gonna happen. You can't literally beat a team all the time.
You said that 9 out of 10 times. You said that reference in one of our last episodes.
Yeah, because I told you that I would. I know. I told you I wouldn't be shocked if Nashville finally wins one because
it's your fault.
They are. Okay, yeah, sure. My words are the reason that Allende sucks. So absolutely. So no, I'm not 100% shocked. This is a decent team. And this is what happens, right? I would be shocked if we lose to them twice in a row. That I would be shocked with. But no, it's fine. Yes, but it ended up happening. It's not a jinx. I told you that this is possible. You can't expect to beat a team 100 out of 100 times. This is sports, guys. These aren't bad teams. They can beat you once in a blue. Literally 10 times it took them to beat them. Okay, it's fine. The series, luckily, isn't a win and go home.
Michael Neira is just summing it up. Allende is the worst player we've had.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we were expecting them to beat them 3 weeks in a row. That's tough. Beating a team 3 times in a row, 3 weeks in a row. There it goes. Yes, I jinxed us. I'm 100% sure that my words are that powerful.
This is a disaster, Danny. This is disastrous. Okay, this is last year all over again. This is it's so over. It's like, look, I tell you selfishly, I'm happy. We'd be happy because we have another game to go to this weekend. This motherfucker's at 12 o'clock p.m. on a Saturday.
No, I doubt that.
That's what it says here. 12 p.m.
No, they're gonna reschedule. I hope they reschedule that because then I'm screwed again because then I'm gonna miss it again because my daughter has a soccer game on Saturday morning. So I'm really hoping that that's not what the case, because if they put the game at noon, then I'm asked out again for another home playoff game.
Let's go with the first super slam we got here. It's a great one. Rick A with the 499er says, it's Rick A. My YouTube reset won't let me keep my nickname. Common denominator, no bright, no win. You get no bright this game. None. You have no bright appearance. And then you have Christian without a CH or a K. Says it's about to happen again. Mosh versus Miami.
Shout out Christian and Rick A. I don't know why I'm not as worried as you are. I don't know, guys. I think you guys are overreacting. I'll bet you absolutely anything. I will bet you absolutely anything in this world that Miami wins next week. Anything. I have no doubt, zero doubt.
I mean, you got to hold on. You got to hold on to that, buddy. Dad, look at you. You're so confident. Last year,
yes, I am. I told you last week that I would be shocked if Miami. I told you if Nashville wins, I doubt they win, but I wouldn't be shocked. That's what I told you, right? And that's when I said the whole 9 out of 10. That's what I said. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I said. I said I don't think that Nashville will win on Saturday, but I wouldn't be shocked, right? Even a bad team is going to stumble upon a win. But I'm telling you right now. I told you I wouldn't be shocked. I'm telling you right now, we're going to win next week. I have absolutely no doubt about it. I will bet absolutely anything.
How do you feel so confident after
because
only scoring in the 90th
Nashville
minute?
Isn't a bad team, but they aren't a good team, if that makes any sense. They are just an average team. Now, how did they score their 2 goals?
You could tell I control the comments.
How did they score their 2 goals?
They scored it with a penalty and a set piece.
It was a bad Rocco foul.
Yes.
And then a mess of a set piece that it just randomly landed right in front of the Nashville player. I forgot who was that scored. And Rocco should have attacked that ball a little more aggressively.
Bauer.
And then he just randomly just like sidekicked it while he was laying on the ground. Don't tell me that they built up a beautiful play and all of a sudden they suck. Sam Surridge is hot trash. Like if he's not from the spot, you saw that shot that he missed? But he just
he blew it. He completely blew it.
That guy's trash. That guy's absolute trash.
That was a sitter.
Yeah, he's trash. You think that guy's gonna do something next week? That guy's trash. Nashville's trash. That's why we call him Trashville. Don't be worried. They scored on the 2 little fucking set pieces. They had a 2-0 lead, and they defended for their fucking lives because they're pussies and they were scared to go ahead and attack us. They're like, that's it. 2-0. Let's defend. And then they were shitting their pants when Messi hit that free kick. They're like, holy crap. And then that cockroach guy starts grabbing his hammy. And the PJ Cotton's like, yo, get the hell up because then they're going to add more time. But he's like, nah, but we got to waste time because they're about to fucking score. No, we can't. They're going to score. Not Trashville. That's what it is. It's Trashville. We're going to win. Stop with all this nonsense. Stop with the shit from last year. They got lucky. A broken clock is right twice a day. It is. You play them 10 times? Yes, they might win 1. Guess what? This is the one. They're not winning again. I promise you that.
I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, if you feel that confident that we're going to win,
I'll shave my beard. If Miami loses, I'll shave my beard. That's how confident I feel.
All right. So we got another Super Slam here. 89 J Stubbs, Aleph, 499 Super Slam. Says Nashville don't give up goals at home, and we scored again. Bring the energy Saturday, boys.
Absolutely. They allowed 12 goals in the first 16 home games this season.
Give me a second, Danny.
Go ahead. They allowed only 12 goals in the first 16. They are a good defensive team, and at home, they're extremely good defensive. They're not at home next week. We're at home. We're going to bring the noise. We're a good home team. And I promise you that what the chat and all the fans and Chris is feeling right now, the players are feeling it. Do you think Messi is going to come into next week and let this team lose? They're not going to go through what they did last year. They know what happened last year. They know what's going to happen next week if they lose it. They're not losing. I'm sorry. Go to the game, buy your tickets, make sure you're there, and watch Miami qualify for the first time past the first round to the second round because they're not losing next week. They're going to win. And I hope it's an ass kicking. One way or another, they're going to win. I don't know how they're going to win, but they're going to win. So at least they gave us that. We get to witness at home the first time we make it past the first round. But we're not losing. And I know that today we're supposed to do the whole post game. We're supposed to talk about tonight's win. But I'm telling you, we could talk about today's game. That's what we're going to do when Chris gets back. He'll do his usual recap and all that other stuff. But I'm telling you, I'm putting the cart in front of the horse, as they say. We're not losing next week. That's it.
It's over. It's over.
Now, is Allende going to start next week? I don't know. If he doesn't, I promise you we win by more than 2 goals. But I don't know what happened to Baltasar Rodriguez.
The atmosphere was raining at 50 something degrees. That's your atmosphere. What a mess. What a messy game.
And I don't. If Miami would have won today, I'm sure Nashville fans would have had complaints about some calls. I promise you, the MLS is happy that this is going to a 3rd game. They want Inter Miami on TV as much as possible. So there's no way that the refs or anybody was trying to help Miami today, because the MLS wants all these series to go 3 games, especially if it's Inter Miami.
I want to talk a little bit about this when we get to the goal, about Surge being offsides. LaRue is asking for us to give Rocco the smoke. We're going to give our opinions for sure on some of these players. And then, I mean, look, Allende's going to get the business today, that's for sure. But starting off, the atmosphere was a packed stadium. I don't understand why that right corner is always empty.
It looks empty, but there's Caesar on it. Well, I don't know if there was people sitting there today, but the way those seats are set up, it's almost like a lounge. It's like a table in front of all the seats, and then the seats are in it, so you could only see the people's chest up. When I was at the stadium, I noticed that it looked really weird, but there were actually people sitting there. Now I don't know about today, but when I was there in person a couple years ago, there's actually people sitting there.
And Rocco, look, the shade of Rocco no Blocko. Listen, he had blocks, okay?
He did have blocks.
Didn't have the blocks that counted, so he had blocks. But the atmosphere was packed stadium. It was cold. It was raining. I mean, the start of the game, these guys were shivering. You could see them, literally miserable.
Well, full disclosure, I basically missed the whole first half because I was driving home. So you're gonna have to fill me in with a lot of the first half. I only got to see the first half highlights. I saw the second half, but the first half I didn't get to watch it, unfortunately.
Well, the first half, I mean, we'll get to it. We've already, I guess, covered our general thoughts. I think it's over. You think it's a wrap this Saturday. There shouldn't even be in existence when we're playing this Saturday. Jose, are we cooked or are we not cooked? Come over here and just say it for the microphone. Say it loud enough. Hold on. Because I need Jose, just come here real quick. You don't even have to get on the camera. Just let everybody know right now how cooked we are right now. Okay? Here. Just real quick. No, come here. No. Come here. No. Come here. Hey, where are you going? Look at that. That's how cooked we are. He's running away from the microphone. He knows it. It's over. It's over. It's over. He just said it in an English accent.
Go with the recap. You know we're not cooked, man. You know we're going to win.
All right. So the recap is... Get out of here.
Cadaver with a great comment here. Poor kid is a Campana fan. He has bad judgment. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? Look at the loner. We'll join next preview show. Chris and is overreacting. Listen, it's not fair for me to feel like it's over. I mean, This is, like we said in the beginning, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. So,
but it was different, man.
You know what?
A different opponent.
We could have used Campana today. We could have. So starting off the game.
What if Campana does? What would have Campana done? Do you remember the miss he had in that stadium for the Leagues Cup final?
At least he got it somewhere near frame. This guy Allende, what did he do?
But Campana wouldn't be playing out wide like Allende anyway. What?
Yeah, Dremundo, we got cooked by an Australian. Absolutely. So basically, the game recap is leading up to the foul, right? Because the foul happened like around the 7th minute. Oh, it was actually pretty early. Okay, somewhere around like the 7th, 8th minute. That's when it happened. Okay, now it was essentially. Would I shave my beard if Miami knocks Nashville off? I mean, I don't know. I'll look weird as hell. Sure, whatever. I mean, hair grows back. Who cares?
All right, there you
I'll
go.
look
Beard for
weird
beard
as
next
hell.
week.
I'll look like a. If Miami knocks out Nashville,
Because you're saying we're
I
cooked.
guess
I'm telling
I'm
you we're
gonna look
not.
weirdest. I mean, I'd rather not. I'm gonna look like a serial killer because I look like one of those fat white guys, like kids and stuff.
Okay, the hell.
It's not the look I'm looking to give here. So
Go ahead.
Sam Sturridge gets fouled in the box by Rocco. Okay. So the problem with this was it was basically an advancing pass because Sturridge was kind of towing the line. And somebody mentioned here, damn, I don't know if I started, but they were saying that he looked offsides, and it looked like Noah Allen supposedly kept him on. I thought it was Falcone because Falcone was a little bit more ahead than Allen was. So seeing the replay like in slow motion would be a little bit better. But at the same time, I mean, I can't bring it up. I don't know if you could bring it up. My son's in the chat. Jose, let him know that we're cooked. Just put down we're cooked.
So did you think it was a foul?
I guess by the letter of the law, it's a foul, right? Like he kind of pushed it to the outside, knew that Rocco made a last minute, I guess, movement to come towards the ball. And by the letter of the law, yeah, it's a foul. He ended up getting hit right at the kneecap, knee area. So yeah, by the letter of the law, it was a foul. Did you feel like it was?
I thought you could make an argument both ways. I thought you could say yes, and I thought you could say no also. He did dive, but Rocco did make contact. I am 100% sure if that is Luis Suarez or Messi getting fouled, Miami fans would be yelling for a foul, and Nashville fans would be saying it's not a foul. I think this is one of those that both fan bases are going to kind of pick a side, and depending on who was getting fouled, both of them would say yes, and the other would say no. I really don't have too much problems with it. I could definitely make an argument for it not being. He kind of touched the ball away from Rocco. Rocco had his foot when he stabbed the ball. I felt like a Surge kind of threw himself into the leg and dove, but at the same time, the contact was made. It was inside the box. So again, I think that you could have said yes, you could have said no. I am 100% sure that if Messi or Suarez are the ones in that situation, you know, the chat and everybody that's rooting for Inter Miami would say it is a foul. So again, I don't have any problem with them saying yes. Although I could have seen them saying no also.
Well, but that's the thing, right? Like, so he gets fouled, penalties taken, Surge gets it past Rocco, but that's a penalty. It's early in the game. We've been scored on before early in the game. There's nothing you could do about that. Like, letter of the law, it was a foul. If you want to talk about theatrics and say, well, maybe it could have been called both ways, I guess you can make an argument. But if these referees are supposed to call things the way that it is, then I would understand. At the end of the day, they're making the right call.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
that was it. 9th minute, gets scored on, Sam Sturridge. Now, the second goal was by Josh Bauer. Josh Bauer ends up scoring at the 45th minute off of a cross.
Now, before you get into that,
makes its way into the box. Yeah.
There were two big chances that Miami missed. Luis Suarez coming down the left side of the box. It was a tight angle, hit the post, could have gone in.
Bad angle, though.
That was the first one. Yeah, and a tough angle. The second one, the Allende, where Jordi Alba crossed it, that one's a lot less free. I'll give it Suarez. That was a very tough angle. I wish he would have finished it, but very tough angle. The Allende, that is unforgivable. At that point, you have to stop putting this guy in the starting lineup. No, man, he can't be put. We had this conversation. Was it the first Nashville game, like 3 weeks ago? Whenever the hell it was, we feel like we've been playing them forever. Where he blew a goal, but we had won so convincingly. We're like, well, because we won so convincingly, we're not gonna kill him for it. But I said, if he does that in the playoffs, in a game where the difference is just one goal, then it stands out more. And here it is. If he scores that, all of a sudden we tie the game and things are looking a lot more different. Or if they still score that second goal, we're going into the half 2-1 like we did on decision day. Like, you can't have this guy in these positions. And I think the biggest reason that I have a problem with him being on the pitch is that we rely so much on that position to help build up the plays. He ends up on the end of a lot of balls, like whether it be over the top or through balls from Messi and Frey. He ends up with a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. And he showed that he cannot shoulder this pressure or this responsibility. He is not that guy. So I'd rather put that on a 19-year-old Silvetti if Baltasar Rodriguez is healthy, or even if Segovia is starting and you put Baltasar on the right side or Silvetti on the right side. Like, we cannot keep putting Allende out there to receive and have this much responsibility in the way we're building up when he keeps pooping the bed. Like, and that's my issue. My issue is that... Go ahead.
So I want to show the replay because I want to just show Pedri Potter and all of you people that are talking about this offsides, right? And no, this isn't just directly to Pedri Potter, just to everybody. Here's the point where the pass is being made. Okay. Here is where the run is being made. Okay. Now, if you could see there, and I mean, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. It seems as if you look, Falcon, who had a fan-fucking-tastic game, he is the one that keeps him on side. Noah Allen, from this perspective, and again, this is just from this camera angle, keeps him, he's still behind. Again, this is from the center camera angle that's watching the broadcast. Okay, this is like the full image here. This is from the video that's on YouTube. Okay, I don't know if Noah Allen's somebody put down Noah Allen looks like he's trying to hide. And look, you could be right. I'm not MK World, maybe you're right. They did pull up a better angle. It looked like he was on side, to be honest. One or the other kept him on side. But from this angle, it definitely doesn't look like it's anybody except possibly Falcon. And that's I'm not throwing shade on Falcon. I mean, that's just timing wise, but it is.
Okay, now before you keep going, now I will tell you one thing. When we talked about who should start, whether it should be Ustari or if it should be Rocco, the one thing I told you that Ustari has not lost. He's lost some mobility. He's just lost a little bit of everything. Reflexes, whatever it may be. But the one thing he never lost was the timing and coming out on balls. Yeah. He would be that perfect sweeper keeper. And these are the situations where he would know and time when to come out.
Yes.
Rocco, when I watched the replay, it looked like he hesitated to come out and he got found in no man's land. And that's why he was in a position to end up fouling Surridge. Ustari would have been found in that position. Now, I don't know if Ustari makes the saves that Rocco did, but in that situation, the veteran experience of Ustari would have come in handy. That is where that steady hand comes in handy. And that is the one thing that I think Ustari does very well over all the keepers we've ever had. From Marsman on to Drake, nobody has played that sweeper role like Ustari. And that I will give Ustari, and that's why. But again, I don't know if he makes the saves that Rocco did, but I do think that Ustari, at least there, would have played that much better.
I think he would have, and I mean, in that specific scenario, but Did you not see other blocks that Rocco made in the first half? Like, they were blocks that were athletic blocks that I don't know Ustadi would have made.
He made some good blocks.
So,
now, to be fair, you remember Ustadi was making those blocks in the Club World Cup. Like, he had his best run in that tournament. Now, I'm not suggesting that they switch to the keeper now. At this point, that's it. You got to write out Rocco. I don't think it would be smart to all of a sudden switch it up now, third game in the playoffs. But in that specific instance, I don't think Ustadi commits that foul. I think that he plays that well. He either clears the ball or he holds his position and waits for Surge and tries to cut off the angle. But I do not think that he gets caught in no man's land like Rocco did, where he hesitated on what to do. That's all.
Well, I'm trying to see if there's another angle where Surge might have been onside or offsides, but I can't find it anywhere. If anybody knows where I can find it, let me know. But
all right, and MDSC, we'll talk about the 6 minutes when we get to the end of the game. But I promise you, we'll get to that. Go ahead, Chris. All right, so the 2 blown saves, and then you move on, and you were going to talk about the corner kick where they scored.
That's the first half.
Okay, well, you didn't really talk about the goal, but
the
corner
kick. Yeah, and it basically made its way to the far post, and there was a little bit of a deflection there. What I saw were a couple things. I saw that Ian Frey, I believe, was supposed to play man on that guy that scored, Josh Bauer. And then I saw RDP, who could have lent a little bit on defense, and then you found something that I didn't see myself. Soccer Daddy's mentioning it.
Oh, well, yeah. I thought that Rocco, when that ball kind of just makes its way right in front of Rocco and goal, I felt like Rocco should have. Now, I've only watched that replay once, but I felt like Rocco should have attacked that. Let me watch that again. But Rocco should have attacked that ball from the first replay that I watched, because for it to land in no man's land, and then this guy that's laying on the floor is the first one to put his foot on it, I felt like Rocco should have been on top of that. But let me. I'm just gonna watch that over. Go ahead. You can keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I saw. I saw RDP. He could have lent some assistance on that defensively. The only person I saw tracking this guy, Josh Bauer, was Ian Frey. So the guy made the run a little bit before Ian Frey could ever even get him out of the box. But at the same time, it's, oh, nice. Look at that. My son finally made it in. Battered Heron's Chris' son. We are cooked. Yes. Shout out to Jose.
Hey, Jose. Campana sucks.
Soccer Daddy saying, Chris' son, no, we're not cooked. Oh, man. Are you listening, Jose? Because Danny just sent you some shots. I mean, the disrespect.
You know what? I take it back. I watched it, and I'm watching the replay now. That Rocco had no chance at that ball. That ball landed in the 6-yard line, 6-yard box. He had no chance at that. But
well, it bobbled all over the place.
This guy ends up on the ground.
I mean, look at that. He was in the inside.
No.
Yeah, you see Ian Frey sort of tracking him, but then RDP was like literally his body was in front of the guy. So like maybe RDP could have cleared it.
Yeah. All right. Well, going into half, how are you feeling?
I wasn't feeling good. I mean, I felt like we could have been able to muster up a tie and then take it to pens. I didn't feel confident because one thing that I mentioned to you on the phone was I hate the fact that this game, Sergio Busquets was seen playing from the beginning as like the third center back.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't do that game one. Game one, he wasn't playing third center back the entire time. I mean, from time to time, he'll come down, but for the most part, him and RDP were kind of alternating spaces.
Now, I will tell you, like I said, I missed when I got home. I turned on the game, and when I turned on the game, they were walking off the pitch. So like I got home literally when the first half ended. So I called Chris and we spoke, and he told me what I had missed. And what did I tell you? They're losing 2-0. It's going to be really tough to score 2 goals because Nashville is about to defend for their lives, and that's what they did. They defended for their lives for the second half. Basically, they had almost 50% possession in the first half, and in the second half, they had 30%. Like they went into a shell and they just defended for their lives, and that's what we expected them to do in the second half.
RDP was phenomenal in the first half, by the way. I just want to make sure that I put that out there because some people are saying DePaul was horrendous today, like the mastermind. The first half, RDP to me was great, playing good defense, making really great passes, like to get the offense rolling.
Okay. Now, so this is what this is my observation. Okay, and usually I would leave this for the end of the game, but I don't want to forget because I might forget to bring this up. So I'm gonna say it now. I told you that Nashville pooped their pants after decision day, second half, when we scored those 4 goals in the second half. And even though that they did very good in that first half of decision day, because they saw what happened in the second half, they completely changed their game plan for last week's game. And then they regretted it because we dominated. Now, I'm not sure what exactly Mascherano was thinking because he came out with the same starting 11. Go ahead and play the same game. They were very aggressive. Busquets and DePaul were handling the midfield just fine. Going ahead and delivering balls to the final third.
Playing compact
and we did well.
Too.
Why all of a sudden this week would Mascherano outthink himself and all of a sudden hold Sergio Busquets to play almost like a third center back? Why was he removing him from the midfield? Now, of course, Sergio Busquets does find his way a little higher up the pitch, but he was playing as that third center back. But he didn't do that a week ago. Why would you change that? BJ Callahan overthought himself game 1, and Mascherano seems like he did it game 2. And then what happened? In the second half, all of a sudden, they take off Noah Allen. They put Busquets in just as the second center back. So now we're playing 4 in the back. And then they put in Segovia. And now I saw a lot of people saying, oh, well, Bright didn't get in at all. Well, because you're down 2 goals. You know that Nashville is going to park the bus is what they call it. So
why would you bring in a defensive player?
Yannick Bright at that point wouldn't contribute anything because they're not going to attack us anymore. They're going to attack us every once in a while on a counter. And Falcon was fighting for his life back there by himself, right? Because Busquets was basically pushing up as high as everybody else also. So Yannick Bright wasn't going to do much for us. We needed Segovia out there to help create. And he did help. There was a beautiful ball that he laid off for Messi that unfortunately went straight to Joe Willis. But Messi got a clear shot on there. If he would have gone wide with that shot, he might have scored. So I think that's why in the halftime you didn't see Bright. You saw Segovia because you knew, okay, that's it. Nashville's up 2-0. They're about to just defend for their lives. Let's bring on somebody that's going to help us break them down because it's going to be tough breaking them down, and Yannick Bright isn't going to contribute to that.
And it's and the substitution, I guess now we're rolling into the second half. The substitution was made with Velasco Segovia coming in and Noah Allen coming out. So Noah Allen was essentially replaced. They're like, forget about this. That's Jose. He just came and took a picture of me just randomly. Yeah, I mean, Velasco Segovia coming in. Yeah, he just came by. He's like taking a picture of me. I guess he put it in his profile. Yeah, Velasco coming in, that shows we need the offense. And he threw Sergio Busquets there just like totally. Obando got injured on the bench. Wow. So at that point, he drops Sergio Busquets definitively on the center back position.
Yeah. All right. Second half starts. And I thought that we would look like we were being more aggressive. We looked more like game 1. Now, I didn't watch the first half, but from what you were telling me and what I've been reading in the chat, we looked like we were on the front foot a lot more in the first half the second half than we did the first half. Oh,
yeah. And then, look, about Noah Allen. Noah Allen, he didn't have a great game, but he wasn't the fault for Sam Surge being onside or offsides. And All Sports is here saying you guys hate Allende. Just he's got to do better with the amount of opportunities he has.
All Sports, I don't know if you were here a week ago, but I was singing Allende's praises just because it's the first time that I really felt like I had an opportunity to talk well about him. And I took every opportunity possible, and I spoke about his defense last week, winning the ball that led to, I think it was like the first or second goal. But, I mean, more times than not, Allende is really bad. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. He's very, very bad. He's not a good player. So, that's all I can really say about Allende.
Well, later on, another substitution was made. Baltasar Rodriguez looks like he got injured, and Matteo Silvetti came in for him. Now, in the second half, obviously, we're on the front foot because we're trying to score. We got all these other people that are kind of coming in to give us like this offensive surge. Segovia played phenomenal. Like, he's so good on the ball and shielding the ball away from defenders. Fantastic.
Well, and he was playing that 8 role, that box to box midfielder, which I think he's great at. So I think that they put him in a good position, and but we've said it. Like, Nashville's a good defensive team, one of the best teams in the league at home. They are literally the best home defensive team, and they held us to 1 goal. But next week we don't play in Nashville.
Well, and they ended up bringing up Schaffelberg in for Tagseth, who was on a yellow card. Later on, they viewed something that was supposedly a penalty. There was no penalty awarded at the 70th minute. Sam Surge actually gets a yellow card later on. Nashville makes a bunch of substitutions. And, I mean, we kept pushing the pace. At some point, it worked. Messi ends up making a goal from right outside the box with an overlapping Ian Frey to take a lot of attention away from him. Big bozo move by Nashville to follow Ian Frey.
I love Ian Frey, but like, who leaves Messi to go and make sure that Ian Frey doesn't receive the that overlapping run wide of the goal? Like, hey, all right. But hey, shout out to Ian Frey for making that run and opening up that space.
And he took 2 players with him, what looked like.
And well, I think Messi kind of shook one to the other side. But I saw somebody in the chat say we need Cello. I thought Ian Frey had a phenomenal game, at least in the second half. I don't know how he looked in the first half, but in the second half, I thought he had a phenomenal game. There was one ball that was coming down the right
first
flank,
half,
and it was a loose ball.
Pushing the pace too.
It was a loose ball, and he saw Allende run into it, and he cut off Allende, and he won the ball and crossed it in. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna let you mess this up. I thought Frey was very, very physical, and I really like what I saw from Frey today in the second half. Again, I don't know how he looked in the first half. The only,
I don't know.
Yeah, the only highlights I've watched, he wasn't really involved in many of those, so I can't really speak to that. All right, go ahead, Chris. Finish up.
So I screamed out loud at the 90th minute, and we scored at that point. What happened?
No, I was going to tell you that in the 6 minutes, because everybody wants to talk about the fact that it's only 6 minutes.
Yeah, so they gave us 6 minutes, and I mean, we had a couple opportunities, but nothing panned out. Game over, 2-1. You're in Miami lost, and now we're playing in Broward again at Saturday at 12 p.m.
I think it should have been more than 6 minutes. There was Surridge is there diving every chance he gets. I forgot who was it they were checking on because was it the goalie? Was it Willis? Somebody they had to check on for a while. I had to step away, but I remember I heard
Willis had back spasms.
Like
it was another player that ended up getting replaced during the game that they needed to take out, because if not, then they would have suffered the 2-minute penalty.
No, and
that was Sam Surge. Yep, Sam Surge is the one that took like a bunch of minutes.
and then the cockroach, I forgot his name, Corcoran, whatever. He threw himself holding his hamstring, trying to waste time. And then BJ Callahan told him to stand the hell up because then they're just going to add more time. I think it should have been more than 6 minutes because was it last week that they gave them 11 minutes? Right, it was last week, right? That they gave them 11 minutes for some reason. We're like, where the hell did 11 minutes come from? So they got 11 minutes out of nowhere, and we got 6 minutes. I thought that was a little off. I think it should have been at least 8, but I did think that there was a chance after we scored that Messi goal that we might have gotten that second one. And I know that all of Nashville was shaking in their pants because they thought that the same thing was happening. And shout out to the dude abides.
Guys, 180 people live right now, and there's only 35 likes. Like, we can at least get a quarter of this. Come on.
Right. And in the studio saying we do deserve 10 minutes. Look, I like this. I'm sure everybody does it, right? When you know that it's about to come up, in your mind, you think it'll probably be this or it should be this. I thought it should be 8 minutes. That's what I was thinking. I thought it should be 8 minutes. But I was surprised that it was only 6. But yeah. And then one more will confirm.
I mean, you could do this too for Soccer Daddy.
11 minutes last game was ridiculous. All right, Chris, standouts. Oh, we didn't put up the starting 11, but that's because it's the same starting 11 as last week. But starting 11.
Nice. Okay. Well, there's the starting 11. We didn't go through that, but you guys already know who the starting 11 was. Standouts
this game
to me.
3 weeks in a row now.
Standouts to me, I'm going to give my standout to Rodrigo De Paul.
Okay.
And to Telasco Segovia. Those two are my standouts of the game.
I'm going to say Falcon because he was literally playing safety by himself. Because for the last 20, 25 minutes, Busquets was basically playing like the 10 role. Like Nashville low block, and then everybody but Falcon was up top. Yeah. And Falcon was just defending for his life. There was 2 or 3 counterattacks where I felt like Nashville should have had a better opportunity, but Falcon played them well, forced them into a bad pass, and then Surridge skied one. So a standout for me, Frey and Falcon. Frey also, I thought he could, at least in the second half, I thought he contributed a lot, and I thought he was creating more chances than anybody else.
So those are the standouts. Who gets your que pena?
Allende.
So Allende gets your que pena.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
he had a sitter.
You took my que pena.
I think that's everybody's.
You took my que pena, so I'm going to give another one. I'm going to go with Busquets. Busquets, and I don't know if this is too much, whether it goes to Busquets or whether it goes to Mascherano, but Busquets gets my que pena, and it may be because he was just sat at center back for 90% of the game. But if you didn't take Allende, it would have been Allende.
Look, again, I watched the game in the second half. So I can't speak on Noah Allen because I watched the highlights of the first half. I didn't wait to watch it. So that's why I'm not talking about Noah Allen at all today. But I've seen a lot of people pooping on Noah Allen. You tell me how Noah Allen looked. Because I know a lot of people like to overreact with Noah Allen. I don't know why. I think Noah Allen's good. The first half of the season, up until the Club World Cup, he was the best defender. After the Club World Cup, I think it's been Falcon. But a lot of people are, look, Soccer Daddy's also saying Allen was bad too. I don't know. Okay. I didn't watch.
Allen was a ghost. Yes. He wasn't memorable this game. But he didn't make like crazy plays like that negatively costed us. Like, I don't feel like he was the one that was the reason that Surridge was onside. He wasn't the reason that we succeeded a goal in, by corner set piece. So, like, how can I say he was que pena when he wasn't? Yeah, he had an off game for sure. Like, he didn't look great.
And this is what I've been saying, what Conley's saying. He was our best center back. Before the Club World Cup, he was the best center back. And You can go back. Luckily, we have all our episodes still on the archive. Go back. We kept saying it, and at the time, everybody on the chat was agreeing because he was. But after the Club World Cup, after he got injured, I think Falcon became he's had the best second half. All right, Chris, man of the match other than Messi.
My man of the match other than Messi goes to Peluca, to Falcon. He was our defense. He was the best defender on the entire pitch.
Okay. I'll say Rocco. He made that blunder where he had that foul, but he had some great saves. He had some great saves that if he doesn't save those, then we're really out of the game. He kept us in the game at one point. So I'll say Rocco. All right, Chris. That's it. It's unfortunate that it's going to a game 3 because I was looking forward to 3 weeks off.
Did you look at FOTMOB or?
Oh no, I have it up. I haven't looked at it, but I'll look at it and then you tell me. Who do you think was the highest rated player? Okay, now I got it up. Who's the highest rated player that didn't have a goal or assist? And remember, the goal and assist is DePaul and Messi. So outside of those two players, who was the highest graded player?
So I would say out of that, the highest rated player was Falcon.
Correct. He's tied with someone else. It's Falcon and Busquets.
With Ian Frey.
Busquets.
Oh, okay.
Now, who's the lowest graded player?
So lowest rated player, I would say would either be, it's got to be between Noah Allen and Rodriguez. And I'm gonna go with let's see if the chat's right. Noah Allen.
No.
Okay.
The lowest rated player.
I'm gonna go with Baltasar.
Close. It's second lowest. The lowest rated player is my man of the match other than Messi.
Oh. Well, I mean, he took 2 goals. Like, of course,
Rocco Blanco. So Rocco
Hold
lowest
on.
graded, then Baltasar was second lowest.
We got a super slam here, Danny. We got the Galactic Prophet with a 199 super slam. Why do you guys deride RDP? He was worse than Allende.
I don't know if you've been
Have
watching
we
the show
ever,
very
somebody else
often.
in the chat said that we deride RDP? Like, we've been destroying RDP ever since he stepped in pink.
I think if anything, we've kind of said that hasn't lived up to the building. So I don't know. I don't know why we're deriding him. I don't know how. If that's deriding, I can't imagine what deriding really looks like because we really haven't. Shout out for the super slam, but no, we haven't. And again, I didn't watch the first half where Chris said he was really good. In the second half, I thought that he was whatever. All right. So Chris, any final thoughts?
I mean, I'm happy that we're going to another game this Saturday, but like, I really was looking forward to not having to talk about Nashville again.
Yeah, man. This is going to be the 4th time in 4 weeks, a full month of just Nashville talk. I'm tired of them. But I will tell you that, go ahead.
I'm going to be at the game.
But I will tell you, well, if it's a noon game, I will not be at the game because I'll be at my daughter's soccer game. So I really hope that that's wrong because a noon start would completely destroy me. But I guess we'll wait and see if that's really accurate. I doubt that that's accurate. That has to be something.
I mean, it has to be 12 o'clock. I mean, that would be, let me see. I'm going to look at the MLS schedule right here. Looking at the MLS schedule, I mean, they have it presumed.
No, but like hypothetically,
at 12
let's say
p.m., dude.
Let's say all the series end after 2 games, and there's only 3 game series, Miami and Charlotte and NYCFC. You really think that they're still going to keep it at noon? That doesn't make sense to me. That can't be accurate.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Mitch is saying time is to be determined on MLS app. He might be on to something here because it shows on Google LAFC and Austin play at 12, Cincinnati and Columbus play at 12, and then Inter Miami and Nashville play at 12, along with Minnesota and Seattle play at 12.
Okay, so so it's still to be determined.
Oh my gosh. This guy Rico thinks that we make big money on YouTube.
Rico de la Vega, don't be cheap. Just buy tickets for all your daughter's teammates. Well, no. And you know what? My daughter likes to go to the games, but she enjoys playing a little more. She's really enjoyed it. So I think that she doesn't want to miss any of her games. So I think that she's going to want to do that. By the way, my daughter's team's undefeated so far. So shout out to them. Undefeated. They won today 3-2.
Nice.
So yeah, doing pretty good. So good start to the season for them. So shout out to the Stingers. All right. So I think I said it already, but I don't know if you gave me some final words. So any final thoughts, Chris?
I mean, it's over. It's over. Like, even though we have a game this Saturday, it's fucking over, dude. Like, you know, the last time we went to a game, like, we went and I left and my son was distraught because we lost.
Last week?
He's like, that's it. We got to wait until next. No, last year.
Oh.
Last year, when I went to the game and we lost against Atlanta, my son was distraught. And he's like, it's over. We got to wait till next year. And it's like, yep, we got to wait till next year. Here we are next year. Same shit. Game 3. And it's over. We just lost game 2.
Well, welcome to being a sports fan, Jose. Like that's what it is. Only one team wins in the end. Well, unless it's this sport, because in this sport, all of a sudden you have like 5 or 6 different trophies, and all of a sudden 6 teams feel like they had a successful season. But usually, in most sports, only one team gets to celebrate at the end of the year. But no. And shout out again to the Stingers. No, we're gonna be fine. I'm not worried. Like I said, I feel very confident that we'll win. I guess again, a broken clock is right at least twice a day. Out of 10, they win 1. That's fine. They're not winning 2 in a row. Miami's going to be fine. And again, more than anything, you know, Messi and friends, remember what happened? It was just last year. They remember how it ended. They're going to come out to kill. And the stadium's going to be rocking. Everybody's going to be there. Unless it's noon, I won't be there. But everybody should be there. That should be a packed stadium. And it's going to be a good time. So, and you know what the best part is, Chris? That we'll get to celebrate the first time we ever make it past the first round at home. That's a big moment. So
that'll be nice. That'll be nice. You're half glass full here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm living this shirt all week long because that's what it is. That's how I feel, and that ain't changing. So, all right.
My son just texted me, and he said that my son just texted me. He said I'm selling.
Selling what?
No, you don't get it.
No,
you don't get it. Jose, Danny doesn't get the you're selling reference.
Mr. Krabs, I get to root for a team that has Messi on it. Nashville's rooting for garbage ass Surridge. I get to be cocky.
Hani Mukhtar's a player.
Yeah, he's okay. But you know what? I think Hani Mukhtar is good. I take that back. Hani Mukhtar is good. I think Surridge sucks.
I mean,
half of his goals come off from the PKs, and he dies just as much as Luis Suarez. By the way, something we forgot to bring up: Luis Suarez with that back kick. That shit was on purpose. He kicked that guy right in the groin or the leg or wherever he was.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely. He's so grimy. Yeah. That is the Italia one goal. That was the 1 world 1 goal moment of the match right there.
Yeah. So he did that on purpose for sure. All right.
I mean, look, Dennis is saying, I can't believe we're gonna lose to Honey Mustard.
We're not losing, guys. I promise you. We're not losing. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're not gonna lose. We're gonna win. There's no such thing
we'll
as
have to see. I hope we win.
Could you imagine if my words are so powerful that they have bearing over Lionel Messi's team, like, or his play? Come on.
That'd be great.
That would be win, but we're gonna win. So I'm not worried. All right. Chris gave his final words. I told you I already jinxed it. We're gonna win. This just is what it is. Look, jinxing doesn't work. You know, I don't know if you guys could see the title of the show, but I said Inter Miami can't finish the job. I put that and I put the thumbnail in like the 65th minute. Trying to jinx it. Guess what? Jinxing doesn't work. I gave 30 minutes for the jinx to work. I was like, hey, you know what? Nashville won. 30 minutes later, guess what? Nashville still won. Guess what? Surprise, jinxing isn't a real thing. We're going to win. Don't worry about it. And then we'll come and we'll celebrate next week. Our first time we make it to the second round. All right. You want to say something, Chris, before we sign off?
I was going to say, if anybody sees Tommy one time, Tommy two time doing a podcast or a live watch along, just do something online and make sure that it gets a lot of attention so that way people don't jump on there.
Miami can't win against teams that actually try. So, okay, so how did we beat them in game one or on decision day?
And look at the look at the Guzan picture there. Like, good job shielding yourself, buddy.
I don't know. It's weird, right? We can't beat a good team that's trying, but we beat them 2 weeks in a row. And, you know. All right. Again, all right, so we'll cut it here. If you're listening on audio, please leave us a comment and 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, if you haven't already subscribed, like the channel and like the video. And for those of you in the chat, as always, you guys are the best part of the show. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us for the last 57 minutes. And we will be back at some point this week. I don't know when, because it's Nashville again. I don't really feel like talking about Nashville again, man. Yeah, man. But we will be back at some point this week. We might bring a guest back just because it's the third game, so might as well, because we finally get to end this, and then we'll see. So just make sure that you follow us on the social medias to see when we're coming on. Hit that bell notification so that you know when we're coming on. And like I said, we'll be back. Enjoy your Sunday. Don't stress it. Even a garbage can gets a steak, and we'll win next week. So go to bed happy. We're gonna get to witness the win at home. And so until the next one, have a good one.